Okay, welcome to the Idiot's Guide to Building Wheels. These are the things that you need. Spokes, electric screwdriver because I'm lazy, hub, a little spanner that I've made into a nipple key, nipples, wheel, and this is my homemade spinner or wheel building thing, which you'll see in a little while. When you buy your spokes, you'll see that they come in two separate sides. That's because there's two different styles of spoke. One has got a 90-degree bend, which is that one. Sorry, that one. This one has got a slight curve to it. And the one that's more curved is the one that goes in and over, because it's got to get to the centre of the wheel or the hub. So we'll just quickly lace it all up, put all the spokes in. It's every other one. And this is how I do it. I'm not saying it's the right way, but it works for me, and that's what it's about. So a quick bit of spoking. It's actually quite therapeutic doing this. We've got all those in, so we'll pop all these through. These are the ones with the 90-degree angle on them, because effectively they're just going straight up. The first time I built a wheel, I mixed all the spokes up. I didn't realise. And then what I do is hold it, flip it over. Repeat the same process. I actually normally do this hanging off the edge of the table because it's easier, but I don't want you not to be able to see. So I'm making a personal sacrifice. But there really is nothing hard about it. It's just every other one, and they always give you one spoke extra. In the good old days, they used to give you 3 spokes extra. Okay. Just put all the spokes out, so they're all even to begin with. As I say, maybe it's not the way that the professionals do it, it's the way I do it. Right, on the rim, let me just check that you can see this. If you look at these, you'll see that this one is facing this way, that's that way, that's that way, that's that way. So what we're going to do is just lay this down, and effectively we've got, let me just make sure you can see all this, yeah. So now we'll concentrate on this first. So we've got these which I call the underspoke. You've got those that are the overspoke. So the best way to do it is the underspokes to begin with. So all these on the top go to the, if you can see here, these that are on the top, they're on the bottom. So top, bottom, carry on like that. So all the top go on the top on the rim. So we're going to use the bottom row first on the top row. So it's the under ones on the top row. So I've got my first one in here. So I'll grab some nipples and we'll just screw them on. That's the first one. Just all you have to do is a couple of turns so it doesn't drop off. Then it's a pattern. What I should say is before you strip your old wheel, this is obviously a front wheel, take the discs off and take a photograph of it so you can see the pattern. You can refer to it at a later date or when you're building the wheel. So on these it's every fourth one, so that's in this hole now. So we just count 1, 2, 3, that's the next one. So this is the next underspoke which we slide in. Couple of turns on the nipple. If you don't do the bottom ones on the top row first, it's hard work. So we're going to count again. 1, 2, 3, boom. Just make sure that when you're doing it, you are getting the next spoke in order. So we'll count from this one again. So 1, 2, 3. And you'll find that spokes on the opposite side won't allow you to move the rim over, so you've got to be careful so you don't scratch anything. The top row of spokes, which I'm trying to move so you can see it, I lay those on top of the rim so those don't get in the way. Okay, so we've got 3 in, 4 in. We do the same count, one after the one it's in, 1, 2, 3, and then it's the next one. And as you're going round, make sure that these bottom spokes aren't going to get in the way. Lay the top ones over the top. 1, 2, 3, and that can go into there. Couple of turns, you know it's not going out, or I'm not going to pull out. 1, 2, 3, that one. Find the next one. Once you get a few in, it makes it easier. 1, 2, 3 into that one. We've now got all the underspokes on the top in place. So now what we're going to do is put the overspokes in place. All these should be on top. So we can do it. Let me just move this a bit further out. So you'll, like I said, if you've taken a picture, you'll see that they should be, let me just make sure you can see, yeah, they should be at right angles. the top spoke to the under spoke at right angles, which then falls in line with this. So we can get that in there. And put a nipple on it. As I say, might not be the right way of doing it, but it's the way I do it and it works. So same principle, every fourth one after the spoke. So 1, 2, 3, and it's in that one. A couple of turns. Make sure as well you're grabbing the right spoke. So 1, 2, 3. Into that one. Okay, so we've got all the spokes in on that side. I've now flipped it over. So now we're repeating the same process. So we're putting the lower or the under spokes in first. Which is like that, so it's exactly the same. Whichever way you go, it's 4. So we'll count 1, 2, 3, and it goes into that one. Put the nut on, the nipple on. Count again. So we've got 1, 2, 3, and it's in that one. Once you've got the pattern established, it's pretty easy. But you will, if you don't make sure that the top spokes align on the top, you'll find that you trap them underneath these, which is a pain in the arse. So count round from that one. 1, 2, 3, and it's in that one. But as I say, always keep double checking that you're on the right spoke, because you can just pick that one up by mistake. I've done it. So it's every fourth. I just count, so that's where it is. So it's 1, 2, 3, boom. That's how I do it, because I'm simple. But it works for me. Next spoke, next lower, which is that one. Make sure all these are out of the way. Lay them on top. So that's the previous one. 1, 2, 3, and we're into this one. One, 2, 3, boom. And I recommend locking the door so you don't get disturbed. That's the last one, so it's 1, 2, 3. I'm only keep telling you this because it is an idiot's guide. Oh, we're done. Don't smoke, kids, it's no good for you. And then that should just leave you with the correct holes all the way around. So let's get those in. If you find you can't get the spoke in the hole, just give it a shake. So now we know that that is the next one, so you don't even have to count anymore. Just put them all in. Because if you've got the pattern right, they should all literally fall in line. Or fall into place. Next one. Give it a shake. It's quite satisfying when you come up to the last one. And I think that is a good shake if it won't go in, and it makes room. And that's that. Now all we need to do is get it on the stand.